Alden Akey here with another Halo 4 campaign mission walkthrough, and today I'm going to show you how to get both weekly campaign challenges for the week of May 12th through the 18th in one run. The first of which is Famine or Feast, which requires the completion of any campaign mission on Heroic or higher with the Famine skull activated. The second of which is Pinball, which requires completion of any campaign mission on Heroic or higher difficulty with the Tilt skull activated. And for this particular challenge I chose, or these challenges, I chose the Reclaimer mission. There's the two skulls that we need, and off we go. Heroic difficulty, and we're starting up the mission. Now this particular campaign run features several neat tricks with a ghost, and also a lot of speed running and mythic techniques and tactics. And for those that are leery of being able to complete the ghost tricks, I've provided a link in my description of this video to another run on Reclaimer that uses slightly less tricky tricks, if you will, but it does take about a minute longer to do the run without these. Anyway, as we start, we're actually starting off with a little bit of skip. We run out of the cave and to the left instead of to the mammoth on the right, and run down this ridge line and down to those two flat rocks, turn around and come back, and Captain Del Rio should come up on the comm, and you see the waypoints lighting up on the mammoth. That actually gets the mammoth rolling a little bit quicker, saves a few seconds on the run, little speed running trick. Okay, and then we want to jump up the side door. Sometimes it's easier than others to get in here. Okay, on up here, switch over to AR because we're going to get rid of it. Grab that jetpack. Oh, Blueface waved at me. Swap out the AR for a sniper rifle and take a perch up here at the front of the mammoth. And just kind of ride along. The first thing we're going to have to do is grab a target designator and take out the first particle cannon. I will be using a speed running approach to that, or route to that. It's not too difficult to do. Ooh, there goes the pelicans, and that one goes flying off in the distance there. That's the one we got to get to. Alright, as soon as Commander Lasky comes on the comm and tells us there's Covenant digging in on the ridgeline ahead, we want to do a sprint jump and jetpack and boost and coast to this right side here, and then just take off sprinting. And I'm using speed running pacing here. It takes 8 steps of regular pace to get full sprint back, which gives you 16 steps of sprint, sort of like double time. And the way I do it is I essentially count to 4 at regular pace, and then on the 5th count, that's when I activate sprint, and that should essentially maximize sprint for me. Okay, we're running in this little rock, jump jetpack up to this ledge, get full boost back, do a jump and jetpack up here, sprint across the rock and down, and right at the last second, use the jetpack to slow the descent. Sometimes you can actually go all the way to the top with a super jump. Get that about 1 out of 10. Anyway, follow this path around here to the target designator, put the first shot on the particle cannon, then jump down to this rock right here, and then come on back up. And that's just so that we don't take constant fire from the ghost, by the way. Alright, park the ghost right about here, and let's wait till the target designator recharges. Alright, put the next shot on it. So, immediately jump in the ghost. We're going to run right up this little ledge here. It's a nice little path, like so with the ghost. I'm using the strafe. I'm pushing this something to the left to strafe, so I can get around that little corner, and then full boost, try to get the nose up, use the jump key, press down and hold it down to do it, and fly across the acid stream. Alright, now work our way through the rocks here. That is the first trick with the ghost, by the way. And then head on right about here. We want to go into coast, get our full boost back, and then run the gauntlet. There's 2 phantoms up there along with a bunch of cubbies on the ground. Now on heroic level of difficulty, they're not that accurate with their shots, so you can get through there pretty easy. Look, I got through there more or less with full health. Also, the fact that tilt on helps with a little bit extra shielding. Okay, got full boost back. Lift the nose, holding the jump key down. Okay, and then we're heading for the force field, and we're going to use the old jump through the solid object trick out of a vehicle to get through the force field, instead of having to battle our way to take down the power sources for this thing. Now, as I parked that, I looked right, and I jumped out to the right. If I wanted to jump out to the left, I would have looked left. Notice I've flipped back over to the sniper rifle there. And I'm using my speed running pacing here.
2 for 2, finish him off. Shield disabled. Mammoth, the path is clear. Break!
And we're getting ready to take out the second particle cannon, followed by the infamous lich skip, which actually is pretty easy if you can practice it a little bit. Alright, as soon as Commander Lasky comes back on the comm, bring up the target designator, which is up on the D-pad by the way. Okay, put your shot on the particle cannon. That's the first shot with tilt on. It does take 2. Grab the ghost, bring it up here to this little rock ledge. And we're going to use another little trick here. We're going to run right into this rock face and then boost. And notice the extra boost that I get from doing that. That's a nice trick to know, and we're actually going to use it 2 more times, actually 3 more times in this mission. Okay, put the second shot on the particle cannon, and the lich will appear, and then we jump off and kind of boost and coast down here to the top of it, run into that open doorway there, run down here, smack it once, 2 shots with a sniper rifle, and that takes care of the lich. Run right back out of the door, and then boost and coast down here back to where we parked the ghost. Alright, jump on the ghost and then boost off. Notice the nose is up. I got jump key down right at the last second. Pull back on both thumbsticks to soften the landing there. There is an invisible wall right here that we have to wait to clear momentarily. There we go. Notice the screen freeze there. That tells me the wall's going to disappear. Alright, now head on up here to these 2 trees. Notice I'm leading with my right wing. And work my way through here and then ease on over the edge. I'm pulling back on both thumbsticks. Okay, and now I'm lining myself up right on that diamond corner there. And then boost, jump key to get the nose up. Halfway across, jump out. And then boost to coast the rest of the way across. That's the second ghost trick. There is an easier or bit longer way to get across, which is featured in that other campaign mission run. Okay, and run into this rock face and then straight up. Run in this rock face and then straight up. And notice the extra boost I'm getting off that jetpack by doing that. And we're going to do that 1 more time. Now, right now we're running to the beginning of Sniper Alley. We want to initiate the Sniper Alley skip, or get everything set up for it, which means we got to get a load zone and a checkpoint. And so we got to go far enough up here to have that happen. Alright, I want to go right to this little rock right here, turn around and come back. There's the loading. And the checkpoint, there's the checkpoint, so we're good to go here. Now we're going to basically sprint back to along the rock face here, right before this little split in the rock, and then run into the rock face and boost up, aiming a little bit left as we go up. Get to this little ledge and jetpack up here. Sprint, jump, and jetpack across. Boost and coast. Alright, sprint, jetpack, and coast. Jetpack and coast across here. And do a sprint jump and jetpack up and around to this ledge right here. Okay, and then run right through the rock face and then jetpack and jetpack and coast. Following that exact path and then straight up, and then turn around, and we've just skipped Sniper Alley. Now that's actually the biggest choke point, I think, in this mission, is getting that little jetpack maneuver down. That's something, but it's something that's worth practicing, because unless you're on easy difficulty, running through Sniper Alley is extremely difficult. All right, notice I banged the door there. That gets the sentinel alerted to my presence. It seems to me that gets him coming over here a little quicker. All right, on into the elevator, and take a sip of coffee or soda or whatever, a beer.
Almost like those sentinels wanted us to get the particle cannons offline.
As we go down in the elevator here.
You say that like there's a second possibility?
Okay. Go ahead and run through here. Again, I'm using pacing. Forget about that sentinel on the left. That's just a diversion. That's just to confuse you. Just keep running straight through here. Around the corner to the right. We're headed for the particle cannon network control room. We've taken out 2 particle cannons, but there's still 2 that are active, and that's where we're headed now to deactivate those. You can see the waypoint down there. That's the terminal that we got to put Cortana into. And notice the 2 gold ones on the left. Those are the active ones. The 2 silver ones on the right are the ones that we took out. Okay, go ahead and put Cortana in the system, and then head on back up here while she does her thing. Now what's going to happen is the Cortana is going to bring those 2 particle cannons down, and then the librarian remnant that's in the system is going to grab her, and she's going to yell out Chief, and she's going to yell out Cortana twice, and I wasn't really paying attention here.
Cortana.
Now after the first time Chief yells Cortana, you can actually do a sprint, jump, and jetpack a little bit, because on the second Cortana that light bridge appears, and I just wasn't paying attention, so I lost a couple of seconds on that. But that's a way to pick up a couple seconds on the run. Anyway, just follow that path through the alcoves and down here into the big doorway and into the light. And this is the big librarian cutscene, a couple of minutes, but we're going to skip. This is where the librarian tells us all about the didact and then buffs up the Master Chief, like so. He's coming out of it now because I just skipped the cutscene. Now sometimes you hear a big boom when he lowers his fist like that. I don't know why I didn't on that. And notice that I switched back over to the sniper rifle. So I switched back over here to the battle rifle just in case I need it. But anyway, as soon as the waypoint comes up and the music changes, grab Cortana, run down here, and then just sprint jump off of here. I'm not too much worried about the crawlers. If I have to, I jetpack a little bit over them, and then run out of the room to right about here. Make a quick left, make sure that door closes behind us so we don't take more fire. Into the elevator, and now we're going to head on out to the outside and do the final ghost trick. And actually, this was a plan B thingy coming up here. Alright, come out of the elevator, turn right, head for the portal. Onto the outside. And now, right down here in the middle here, you'll see 2 ghosts come down. And I'm just going to hijack one of them, like so. And unfortunately, everybody kind of set up in front of me here. And I didn't quite get a good route to this ledge here. If I had, I would have been able to go up and over right there. So I'm going to plan B with my smoking ghost right up here to the edge. Now I'm using the jump key to get my nose up here to help me wiggle through. And now I'm headed up the edge of the cliff wall here. Just keep going, keep going, keep going. Now I could have run up to a certain point back there and jumped up to the rock face. But anyway, I'm running right up here, jump out of the ghost, and head for this rock right here, and boost on up, pressing my face in again. So actually, that was one more time than what I had recounted a little ways ago, but that is a real neat little trick. Allows you to get some more boost out of the jetpack. Okay, notice I've run behind the force field and I'm jumping down, and I've skipped the whole get to the power sources battle, which saves me a lot of time and a lot of heartburn. There was a whole big tank battle back there that we skipped.
Infinity, we're at the gravity well.
And that turns this into a fairly easy mission if you can master these techniques and tactics. Okay, let's grab that target designator, put it on the gravity well. And that's all she wrote, folks. That's essentially the end of the mission right there. We've got this force cutscene here to watch the gravity well explode and the chief smugly walk away, followed by another skip scene on the Infinity that we can skip, and then we're at the end of the mission and the challenges will pop. There we go. There comes the end of mission symbols. The 2 challenges will pop here momentarily. I do hope this helps you in your quest for this week's weekly challenges, Famine or Feast, and Pinball. This is Old and Nakey signing off. Take care, everybody.